Coming to you from Studio A in Boston, Massachusetts, this is Ringside with What a Day. Catching you up on all the latest news inside and outside of the ring. Now let's go ringside with What a Day, Joe Lowry.
If you're asking if I would ever date a wrestler, certainly I would. However, it wouldn't be good business for me to get romantically involved with anyone in any aspect of our business.
Oh, Stephanie McMahon from back 1999. I unearthed that clip recently, and that's kind of making a comeback after her appearance this past weekend on SummerSlam. More on that later. Everybody, welcome to Ringside. I'm Joe What a Day Lowry. Thank you all for tuning in. Greatly appreciated. While you're here, please hit that like and subscribe button. What's it over here somewhere? One of these corners. Please do that as it's absolutely free. You can help support this channel just by liking and subscribing. We are growing daily, and that is a good thing. All right, folks. So, I usually like to do my show. I like to center on one particular subject, but there's just been way too much pro wrestling news coming out as of late. I know last week was a barn burner with the Tony Khan, Shane McMahon meeting, and that segued into a Britt Baker suspension, altercation, all that stuff. But this week, we got a few things happening. But as you know, I like to kick things off with this week's Raw Top 5. Take a look. This is your Raw Recap Top 5 moments. Number 5, Sheamus and Ludwig Kaiser go at it and put on a banger. Number 4, the Viper Randy Orton returns to Raw and gets a title shot at Bash in Berlin. At number 3, there's a new Judgment Day in town, and it looks like Mommy and Damian are not happy. At number 2, the Wyatt Six make their in-ring debut and pay tribute to the man who started it all. And the number 1 moment on Raw, Bronson Reed carves his own path and destroys Seth Rollins in the process. Be sure to like and subscribe to Ringside with What a Day. All right, folks, there's your Raw Top 5 moments. I want to personally thank Anthony over on X. He was ringside in Baltimore, Maryland this week, providing me with those fantastic shots. You can check him out on X, as well as my social media. I did a lot of posting of his videos and so forth. He had great seats. He was right there. So thank you, Anthony, for that. And it was a great Raw, by the way. It's unfortunate they were on the Sci-Fi Network for the second and last week due to the Olympics, but their ratings were 1.75 million or something like that, which probably would have translated into 2 million over on the USA Network. But it was a great storyline episode. A lot of things happening. Bronson Reed, who saw that coming? I did not have that on my bingo card that he would put Seth Rollins on the shelf. Really no update on Seth Rollins, whether or not he's being written off television or not, but that remains to be seen. All right, moving on. All right, so let's talk Stephanie McMahon. I did a short on this. I won't show it to you again, but I did a short on Stephanie McMahon. She's really, really being noticed backstage, ringside, at all the WWE Premium Live events. I'm sure you didn't see it, but she was at SummerSlam ringside again. She was backstage and so forth. And right now, I did like a little retrospective here. So take a look. So this Stephanie started out in the WWF back when she was like 13 years old. Yeah, here she is right here. She, catalog model. Remember those hats, Hulk Rules, the Rockers, Matilda? That just shows you how old it is. Definitely going back to the Attitude Era and then some. But she started out in the business with her dad and her mom and all that stuff. And then she progressed into a young lady graduating from Greenwich High School back in class of 94. Did not know she had a Bachelor of Science from Boston University. Yeah, she's also a mother. She has kids. Let me see here. She has 3 children. Yeah, Aurora. And let me see the rest of them there. Yep, there it is. And of course, the rumored relationships with the Macho Man, Randy Savage. Now, she had a storyline back in 1999 with Andrew Test Martin. He's no longer with us. And they were supposedly, from what I heard, romantically involved. But that was 1999, and I played this at the beginning, and I'll play it again. But this is Stephanie McMahon back in 1999 on a TV show called TSN's Off the Record.
If you're asking if I would ever date a wrestler, certainly I would. However, it wouldn't be good business for me to get romantically involved with anyone in any aspect of our business.
Yeah, not romantically involved would be not good for business. But lo and behold, less than a year later, boom, there she is. She married and dated Triple H, Paul Levesque. That all started in 2000, married in 2003. Did not know her legal name is Stephanie McMahon Levesque. In McMahon, she changed to her middle name. That is right. So Stephanie McMahon Levesque is her legal name. Here's the children. I forgot to tell you that it's Aurora Rose, Murphy Claire, and Vaughn Evelyn. And Stephanie, believe it or not, was a huge part of the Attitude Era. Yes, she was. She was out there involved in storylines before making her way to GM of SmackDown and so forth. Just a lot of stuff going on. Of course, she became a member of the board. That's why I always said she went from the classroom to the boardroom. And right now, she is estimated at a total of $300 million. I'm going to go on a limb and say she's probably worth more than that. But, is she back? That is the thing that everybody wants to know. Triple H was asked that this past week, and here's what he had to say on the WWE SummerSlam post show.
Oh, she does not have an official role right now, but I can tell you this, she loves this. Absolutely loves it.
Yeah, she does love it. And she, if she does come back, that's great. I always think they possibly will be a McMahon somewhere in the wrestling industry. Maybe not her legal name, McMahon, but maybe Levesque. So we are indeed in the Paul Triple H Levesque era. That is for sure. All right. So some quick hits coming at you here. I don't know if you heard already, but denied. That's right. Quick Vince McMahon, Janelle Grant lawsuit update. The courts have denied Vince McMahon motion to enforce the court order stay in Janelle Grant's lawsuit against him and the WWE. This all has to do with Janelle Grant's attorneys looking for medical records from Peak Wellness. McMahon's attorneys argued that since Grant's lawsuit has been paused, they should not be allowed to obtain those records. I guess it's tit for tat at this point. My sources over at the SDNY, that's the Southern District of New York, expect a multi-count indictment soon with possible RICO charges. That means racketeering is involved. Also, this past Monday, the U.S. attorneys submitted additional sealed filings in regards to the case. So this could be interview statements, depositions, and so on by former employees, talent, and so forth, as well as victims. So do stay tuned for that. I do know that Janelle Grant's paused lawsuit expires December 11th. So expect a lot of activity before then, probably the indictment as well. And they're going back. The feds are going back. I'm reading my notes here, going back to 1986. That's the statute of limitations. If you Google 1986 and more, you'll see that there is a lot of things that happen in the WWE during that time frame. So that's a quick update on that. All right, moving on here. I don't know if you heard this or not, but WWE NXT is going to move it into CW. And they're kicking it off with 2 live shows. That's amazing right there. First one, October 1st from Chicago's Allstate Arena with special guest appearance. He's probably going to be wrestling, folks. CM Punk will be there. And then the following week, they go to the Enterprise Center on October 8th in St. Louis, Missouri, with special guest Randy Orton. And what's so special about this October 8th? Well, they're going to be going head-to-head with AEW Dynamite. That's right. So what happened here is Major League Baseball playoffs start. So, of course, TBS bumps AEW to Tuesday night. NXT's on Tuesday night. They have their second live show here with Randy Orton. So this will be very, very interesting to see how that works out. I got to tell you, this is going back a couple of years when they both were on Wednesday nights. So it will be interesting to see how NXT on the CW compares to AEW Dynamite. It's funny. You have 2 things in play here. You have one, NXT moving to the CW. That's one caveat. And then the other one is TBS preempting Dynamite from Wednesday to Tuesday. Interesting on that one. Yesterday, I was on the Warner Brothers Discovery quarterly earnings call. They did a lot of talking. One of the big news comes out of here is this. They're rebranding True TV, combining them with TNT Sports, which could possibly be a good sign for AEW as they are right smack dab, actually at the end of their negotiating window to secure a new television deal. The only thing that does concern me is the fact that no mention whatsoever on that call yesterday about AEW programming. They went into movies that are coming out next year, shows, staples programming and all that stuff, sporting events. As you do know, they lost a huge NBA contract to Amazon. $10 billion, I think, is what Warner Brothers is suing the NBA for. That's no chump change. Plus with the recent layoffs and so forth. The future, these quarterly earning calls, you try to make everything look and sound really glamorous for the stockholders. But to me, this has WCW 1999 written all over it when AOL Time Warner bought Turner Broadcasting. And it's just, from there on out, I don't know. AEW, Tony Khan, last night on Dynamite was just tweeting away, mentioning TBS and how great it is. He's saying there's a deal that's imminent, but why hasn't that deal been announced yet? They are past that negotiating window, which means somebody can come in and negotiate with Warner Brothers Discovery for that time slot or sporting. So, my gut's telling me hopefully they'll work out a deal, but if not, AEW is going to be looking for a new home. But do stay tuned for that. So far, as when I got on the air today, there was no word on that whatsoever. All right, in case you did not know, this Friday night, he's back, the OTC. That's right, fresh off his SummerSlam surprise appearance that garnered over 100 million views. Ouch, 100 million views. He is going to be on SmackDown. That's right, live from Tulsa, Oklahoma. I was about to say Oklahoma, home of SmackDown. You will see the tribal chief. I'm sure he's going to confront Solo Sikoa on that one. All right, what else is going on here? Social media views, we got that. In case you haven't heard, my boys from Boston, that's right, Matt Damon, Ben Affleck. Well, they're working on a movie with Hulk Hogan. That's correct. The movie's called Killing Gawker. Remember that old Hulk Hogan Gawker saga from 2016? He slept with Bubba the Love Sponge wife. They filmed it. Real crazy times there. He sued. They won. They countersued, and then Gawker went bankrupt. Well, the movie is called Killing Gawker. From what I've heard, Ben Affleck wants to actually play Hulk Hogan. I don't know how that's going to work out, but be interesting. Hey, did you guys know this? My birthday twin, is Ben Affleck. That's right. Me and Ben met on the set of Gone Baby Gone back in 2006. He is a little bit younger than me, just a couple of years younger, but next week's our birthday. That's right. Happy birthday to Ben Affleck, my birthday twin. How about that? And finally, well, we have it here, folks. Why Britt Baker took so long to get back to AEW, and this is the reason why. She is going to be appearing on the upcoming series finale of Cobra Kai. That's right. The DMD will portray the character of a European fighter on one of the teams competing in the international karate tournament known as Sakai Takai. Interesting. Which this final season has been revolving around. Her fight scenes took a couple of weeks to actually shoot, which actually delayed her return to the AEW. So there you go with Britt Baker. And one more caveat here. I wanted to throw it here. My mentor and good friend Bill Apter was at the SummerSlam post-media show right after SummerSlam this past Saturday. He had a couple of interactions with Triple H. But my favorite interaction is this one here with LA Knight. Check this out.
Bill Apter,
Wait a minute.
What's the problem?
Bill.
What?
Didn't I talk to you enough last night?
We did talk last night.
And you said you brought your trunks with you. I
did.
thought I was going to see you out there. You didn't come out there, Bill.
We can still do it later
Why are you lying
tonight.
to me?
After tonight in the parking lot.
That's a little too personal.
But
for
my
me,
question,
Huh?
I'm not that kind of guy.
I mean, if you are, there's no problem with that.
My question,
we can shake hands or something. But
okay, we can do
what's
that.
up?
Well, my question is,
Go ahead.
and who are you looking at for if
I'm looking at you right now.
I know that. I'm looking right at you too.
Yeah.
We're together.
That's
LA
right.
Knight.
Yeah.
All right. So my question, of course,
Tell me.
is that if
Or ask me.
Logan Paul
Yeah.
doesn't come back for a rematch right away, who's the next guy that you see on the entire WWE roster that LA Knight would deem a worthy challenger for that United States heavyweight championship?
Bill, I just won the damn thing.
I know that, but
at this point, look, you got to ask the guy who's going to challenge me. I don't know.
All right, Bill Apter, Pro Wrestling's Hall of Fame wrestling journalist. Unbelievable. Bill is my mentor. He's part of the reason why I got back into the business and so forth 10 years ago. Great guy. Went on the Burnt Pizza tour with him. He is one individual. He is pro wrestling journalist that needs and will and should be in the WWE Hall of Fame. I know Triple H has him on the radar for that, so it'd be great to see him inducted. And in case you've been living under a rock, Bill Apter is the one that took all those photographs back in the days of Pro Wrestling Illustrated, the Wrestler Inside Wrestling, Sports Review Wrestling, the Ring Wrestling, all that. Bill Apter took those photos. So that's why they're called the Apter Mags. But Bill, thank you so much for your contributions to the sport. All right, folks, that's going to do it for me. For all of us here at Ringside, thank you for tuning in. If you have not done so already, please hit that like and subscribe button. It's right down there somewhere. This channel is growing daily. And also, please shoot us a comment. Let us know how we're doing, what you want to talk about, any subjects that you feel that What a Day should be conversing on. So for everyone here at Ringside, I'm Joe Lowry. What a day.